Hello, how are you guys doing? So, I didn't actually know that I was going to make this video, but I wanted to speak about this topic for a little bit. It can be informative, it can maybe help someone out, someone who just started their career and maybe building a startup or whatever. So I came across this thing a while back while I was scrolling on LinkedIn. It's called EU Inc. It's basically like a way to for startup founder to scale their companies all across Europe without needing a new company formation or maybe new legal structures or whatever. So it could be easier for startups to scale all over European countries, like startups scale in United States through each state. Like it's not just a different regulation or different laws or whatever. So I found this very actually interesting. They've made some progress with this. You can also find their Notion page if you wanna take a look. It explains the entire thing, the philosophy behind it, how this system actually work, how it can help founders try scaling their companies and so on. And it made me actually think about the problems North African startups face. It's almost always the same thing. It comes down to like company formation and the bureaucracy behind it, getting actually funded to start the company or maybe scale it, the connections and mentors and network access, and fourth, something with real and tangible results. So, what we mean by company formation is the simple steps that any founder should make to create a legal structure for his company. In North African countries, it's mostly like it's called SAR, Société à Responsabilité Limitée. So that's kind of one of the types of companies that you can find. It's suitable for many ideas, especially in the IT sector. It's the most famous one at least. And that step alone actually takes a lot of time. You gotta pay an accountant. If you don't know how the system actually works, you should wait for at least 10 days for the company to be legal, without mentioning the other bullshit that you need to go through as a North African founder. So I know this, I've experienced this myself, and I want to talk about this for a little bit and why maybe most founders in North Africa can actually have better opportunities funding their companies abroad, maybe in Europe, and they can find like the right process and a suitable step or methodology for them to scale a company and actually get some good results. So this is like the most typical one. The second one is getting funded. I think it's an issue for a lot of people, including myself at some point. It's not easy to get funded. I was based like in a south like state in Tunisia, so it's not the capital. It's far from the capital. It takes around I think 6 to 7 hours to arrive there by car. So it takes a lot of time. So a little bit I'm very distant to say the least. Why am I mentioning this? So, in a country like Tunisia, anything that maybe revolves around the startup world, any opportunity to meet investors, maybe foreigners like Saudi investors, Emirati investors, or potentially anyone from Europe, they mostly just come to specific events in the capital. So, as a founder who's not based in the capital, I will have a lot of issues like navigating this specific thing. So, I need like to book a hotel room to maybe go there, plan for it, and maybe check if there is a 1% chance of getting funded. So, there is always this loophole that you need uh, to find a solution for at some point, which is getting your startup and then getting your idea funded, no matter where you are in the country. So that's kind of an issue. It's almost always the same through North African countries like Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, and so on. And the fourth, something funding something real and tangible. What do I mean by this? In North African countries, they like to brag about the startup culture, the startup ecosystem that they are trying to build. But when you look at behind the scenes, you don't actually find much. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's mostly like public stuff. It's mostly like just maybe to find to like deliver a specific thing for in the news. It's not really building actual big businesses. So, for example, let's take my country as an example, Tunisia. I think that the most successful startups are limited by the regulations. They operate exclusively in Tunisia alone. They didn't, they really like scale across Africa, for example. They operate exclusively in Tunisia, and the ones that have made huge success, they moved elsewhere, primarily in Europe. So I'm taking this video. So the entire purpose of me recording this video is to simply remind these North African founders that they don't need um, to form any company or any projects exclusively in their North African countries, be it in Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, or whatever. So I highly recommend checking these new laws that are trying to apply across Europe. If you also want to incorporate a new company for any sector, for any specific service, I have a couple of friends that can help you out. Help you out. They can help you like to write papers and how you can actually form a company in easy steps. I think the UK is the simplest one. You can also find others that can help you out create a company, perhaps in maybe Italy, France. You can navigate that process on your own, obviously. I'm here just to simplify the entire thing for you, and if you have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Maybe make a little bit, a quick little video about it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I highlighted the most of the bullshit reasons that hold most founders when it comes to creating a successful company and startup in North Africa. It's not really the same problem in Europe. It's much easier, at least in with my experience. With this law being like a huge one, you can actually find some people that have navigated the entire process and have made great results. You can also like follow the right people when it comes to maybe getting a consultant, someone who has a little bit of experience scaling their startup across EU. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I made this one just to explain this, make you aware of it, and yeah, good luck. If you have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer them, and see you soon. Bye bye.